Hi, this is Studio O. We're doing a tour of Railroad, the Great Northern Mesabi Railroad tour, and it's an open house at Scott's. And we're going now to check out all the railroads. So join us. Let's see what they have to offer.
And then it has four locations that can go to. So this one right here, we're looking for a hopper over here. That hopper is right now at JB Aggregates. For the next operating session, I flip the card over and it's going to Kennedy's at Rice's Point, which is all the way out down at the line. And it does that 4 times.
Back there.
Back to where it started. For 4 times, it's out there for 4 months because we operate once a month. Every town has color, all in the yard, where they're going to. I did. I made up graphs and I knew, first I measured up all the trackage and all the sidings to know how long they are, figure out if they were plugged to the
Oh,
car.
that's cool. That comes down. And then all the cream.
And then I just sat down with my first car and said, okay, I'm going to go from here to here to here to here. And I kept refining it until I mapped the point where everything has a logical place. Okay. So these are from a company called Micromart. You can purchase the starting kit for them. So
Yeah, Homer's doing the car cards out and working on them to get the proper fluid.
yeah, it takes a while. I've been through a couple of sets of them because I've changed it. I'll get ideas. Oh, well, I should have been doing that. So I have to change all the cards.
Moving?
Would you like it to move?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Beautiful layout.
Yeah, in the size of room that I have,
Yes,
I managed to squeak in something that keeps 4 guys, 3.5 to 4 hours. Operating's just been busy. I mean, busy.
Is there a
There is. There's a
Fan
5-turn,
is lower.
22-inch radius helix on the inside. So it starts here. It comes up behind the tree line over there.
Train.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
want, grab that one that's in the yard.
And then on the outside of it are 2 very small, what I was using at first for staging. When we first were operating, but it's developed now where I don't need them for that. I'm going to be changing it into a, what kind of box am I doing? What's it called again?
Shadow box.
Shadow box, Peter.
All right.
On the other side, I'm going to cut the layout open on the other side. And it's going to be a Northern Pacific scene where they're going to transfer cars to the bridge.
I've seen some of those.
To reach in.
The main reason for the layout being here is to take ore from the mines that surround it. There'd be over the hill, there'd be an open pit mine here. And the main reason for it being is to load ore and take it down to the dock. But when I'm modeling, it's running out of ore that you just scoop out of the ground. So taconite.
We just controlling caboose.
That's just to test
The engine.
taconite
Yeah.
plant, which is the
So
steel mill
strap
happens to
those
be
there,
using taconite.
Yes.
They've changed over, and that's
They go on, yeah.
And then
that's
we'll
what they
keep
do.
going ahead.
Out of the tailings and the scrape off of they found that there was low iron ore content, about 18-20%. So they bring it over
Just
to
need
the
to grab
taconite
this
plant,
one,
they
switch right
compress
here,
it,
folks.
they put it in with
you have to switch it.
Yeah.
mud.
Switch.
That's called bentonite.
It's just a ground throw, so it lifts up and rolls over,
Okay.
and then it locks down the points there. But he's coming back here. He wants to get this first cut on this track.
So it takes away
Okay.
So he's
the
gonna come in
sorting
there.
at the dock, so
So you
you
switch
have to do it the regular, because it's all different
And
grades.
because that's kind of the main line going back to that
Right.
lift out bridge.
Once
Once he comes past this switch, we
that
have
was
to
what they did,
make
their
sure that
first
we
test plan. It was just a test plan to
throw
see
that
how they're
switch
going,
back
what
and
one
lock
steel
it to the
mill,
main.
to say, yeah, we'll change over to it, that's my steel mill, that's what, so they do that. So the ore comes in that high line from the open pit, And that's where the compressor comes in.
Locked on, yeah.
My vibration come in when
Coupler's
these other
little
trains are
spring-
coming down from
spring.
Longley with those pellets.
Yes, yeah, yeah, and these, if you got too close to the cars, because these bounce like crazy out of those cars, you can really get hurt. When they were going across the bridges and that, over the
Best
rivers,
one,
you
angle
could
is
see the water just
down here to
melted
be
by these things.
filming, and then when you actually play it back
There
up
was
and
leakage, I guess, in the
upload it to the
power
computer,
Oh, yeah,
it'll look like
because
you're
the-
standing at the side of the track.
These were
really?
made for big chunks of ore to be laying in, not little 3/4 inch marbles.
like buckshot kind
Yeah,
of.
oh, it is,
So I'll
yeah.
throw this
You
switch
can get
back.
absolutely riddled with these
Make
things.
sure that's
So
locked
now
there.
the cars are all different, and they're not enclosed, but they're made a heck of a lot better.
You have all
So
those parts.
I've got 80 ore cars that are in 5 trains of 15 cars that leave from here, that go down to the docks, and then the same number of empties come back up. They push them into the mines and ready to.
So it proves even a small state like this, you can have a lot of railroading going on.
Absolutely. It took me longer to design this than real. I've only been building it for 3 years now. So, and I'm just my second time around the whole layout scenery wise. I got basic scenery in. I've come around, done it again. I'll do it one more time because I'm really unhappy with my trees. So the trees will all come out, and I'll use the scenic express trees because I'm really unhappy with what they are. The bushes, the growth, and all that kind of stuff I like, but the trees themselves, other than the new pine trees that I've started doing the yard with, I like those. They're good quality trees. So.
You want something that looks good.
Yeah, and the base scenery is polyfiber. Is black polyfiber, which Micromart has it, but it's junk. I get mine from Michael's, and you can only get it at this time of year. So if you ever want to try it, you go there and you ask for witch's hair, and it's the black polyfiber that I use. And then I use hairspray, and then just blow it on down film. And texture, everything texture. And there's a couple of woodland scenic products that I like now that they have the foliage packages, which are really good. That's all this kind of stuff in here is all out of their foliage packages. And then they also make this wire, these wire branches with leaves on them. I really like it too because they're sturdy and posable. So I use that a lot too.
And this is where it's actually going to end up going to. So when it comes back into this yard,
What's your main radius curve?
a couple of smaller ones.
The helix is 22. Anything that you're looking at from the back are probably 30s in there. I didn't actually pay too much attention to the radiuses. I would work on a section, lay out the track, and then you start fiddling with it. And I know that some of it really tightens down, but it's good and take. I only got this room, this is what I want to get into it.
And
If I
those
can-
more cars are short, so
Yeah, there's nothing, I have 2 6-axle diesel units that work together. Everything else is 4-axle. I do have some problems with the units. There's some cars that no matter what you do to them, they have a problem, but it's not a big enough problem.
Yeah, I'm down.
And I don't have the room to do it, so.
no, I mean, what's the
The other side of the lake.
It is what it is, and the plan that I started with is out on the table. Steel mill scratch. I did everything there's a couple of buildings I had on it, pipe stuff, but everything else is scratch. And that's what in the new room, everything I want to scratch everything right there.
Keep you occupied.
Come on in, guys.
It helps.
Little bit of room.
Well, that's
Actually,
some really people in here.
What kind of railroad do you like?
Perfect seven.
It's not his fault.
There's only one. So let me get
Even though Rich was in here, you can.
every space that I could use, that I could shove a track into, that's what I did.
Yes.
So that's
Scott, give me a tour here. What's going on?
okay. Well, give me 2 minutes, and
Alright.
I'll be with you. Okay?
All right.
I'll just
Well, I'm
just-
live here. Eh?
I'll just live.
Yeah, we're streaming
Live
live.
to what?
Streaming live to all people in Trinidad. So what's going
Oh,
on?
jeez. Okay. You're at my layout, my Great Northern layout.
Right.
It's I think a gentleman needs to get by
Yes.
you there behind.
You want to pass? Yeah, sure. Okay, give them people in Trinidad a tour.
So this represents Minnesota.
Okay.
We're in Minnesota, and the main thing that my model railroad does is bring ore from the Mesabi Range down to the ore docks in Minnesota at Superior, Duluth.
Okay.
So that's what that does. So the first place that you come to right here, this is Boylston Yard. Boylston Yard was just outside of Superior, Duluth, and it's where all the Great Northern lines came in. All the freight that was local came here to be delivered to local industries.
Right, okay.
That's what Boylston does. Around the corner from Boylston, which you're going to have trouble seeing,
Yeah.
around the corner is Carleton, a little farming community. Grain was their big thing, but they also had a large paper mill, which will be over in the corner, which you really can't see right
Yeah, I
now.
do.
There's a steel mill on the lower level of my layout that takes iron ore from the range, makes steel products out of it, which are delivered to other online industries here. And then the upper deck, you can see the layouts in 2 decks. The upper deck is where the iron ore comes from, where all the mines are located.
Okay. Well, this is how much years in the making?
3 years.
3 years.
I've been 3 years, steady work, doing what you see here.
You got any help? Any help?
No, I do it all myself. I'm kind of what they call a lone wolf modeler.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So
And what inspired you?
I've been in the hobby for 42 years.
Okay.
I saw a Great Northern locomotive in a hobby shop one day back in 1974. I bought it, and it's what inspired me
Start.
to model this. And I know this region really well. I've taken trips out there. I know what is and isn't there. Everything you see on the layout, if you go to Minnesota, you'll see this.
Right.
So that's what it
You got any famous people come across too?
famous in the hobby, but not famous
Oh, okay.
that anybody would know. That's
Right,
for sure.
right. So we're here with this is Studio O with Hema, Ranks and Sebastian enjoying a what do you call it, a model set,
Model railroad.
a model railroad with Scott Reed and the designer and modeler, and he's just giving us a tour of what's happening right here. So everything is handcrafted, the trees and everything.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah. Now the rolling stock, the cars and the locomotives are purchased. The track is purchased.
Okay.
But all the scenery you see, all the buildings that you see are made by me.
Right. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go around, see if we could get squeezed by.
Yeah.
Oh, here we could get you.
Yeah, we can come over to here, and if Peter would move to this side. So this is my representation of steel mills that were in the area at the time, and they're fed from iron ore
Iron ores,
that
okay.
comes from these mines down to the steel mill.
And the ores come from the mountain?
There's actually behind this would be a big open pit mine, a big hole in the
right.
ground that they use steam shovels to grab the ore and put it into. So these buildings crushed the ore from big pieces to small pieces
Right.
to load it in the ore cars. Then it would go down to the docks and get on the big lake freighters, and the lake freighters would take it to the steel mills. So the steel mills, they would place an order for what grades they wanted mixed in, and that's what I'm operating. Or to steel mills.
Right.
That's what the economy was in the 60s.
Oh, do you have a turntable? How does it turn around?
No, there's no diesel locomotives only. There's no turning of the locomotives. They run backwards or forwards just the same.
Right, okay.
Okay, so when they get to the end of their run, they don't turn around. They just reverse and go back the other way.
So you don't have a front and back?
No, and this isn't a loop. There's no loop
Okay.
to the layout. So it goes from the highest point there
Right.
at North Mitchell to the lowest point, Rice's Point, out in the hallway. Then they have to turn around and come back.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So what is it? What do they call it? A caboose or not a caboose?
So cabooses.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Right.
So in the 60s, you don't see cabooses on trains anymore.
Right.
But in the 60s, where I'm modeling, they still used cabooses.
Caboose, okay.
So cabooses, diesel engines, they're all diesels. I don't run any steam.
So we use, if you say the diesel engine is in here and it back up all the
No,
way?
the diesel engine here.
Okay, like that one.
Okay? And then they're multifunctional, so the engineer can either run it forward or backwards at the same speed.
Okay,
Okay? So it runs just as good in one direction as the other.
right, nice.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting work you done here.
No, thank you.
I like it.
And then I'll go through this and say, okay, I've got North Mitchell, North Mitchell, North Mitchell. Oh, there's
We say thanks very much for the tour.
You are welcome.
We enjoy seeing this
here's some
You're very talented.
again,
Look at this. This is
hidden talent.
amazing.
Martin's and CP.
This is what's kept me sane. Those that she
All right, this is DJ Ryan saying signing off for now.